What are realistic expectations for this defense moving forward? I think the bar was set so high last year, and now the defense is missing like not 8 starters, but 5, 6. What would you say would be a good job for this defense and Robert Saleh at the end of the year, given what they're facing?
I would say if they could probably average allowing 25 points per game, that's realistic. And I believe if they do that, 25 points per game, this offense could average 30. So they'll win a hell of a lot of games. And so if they could just do that, a bend but don't break defense is very realistic when you have a guy like Fred Warner playing at an all-pro level. And then they've shown Javon Kinlaw and Eric Armstead they could stop the run up front. And then you have Tart, who's playing at a Pro Bowl level as well. So if you have that bend but don't break defense, 25 points per game, realistic, and they'll win a hell of a lot of games doing that.
25 points for me is a little high. Last year, the team gave up 16 points per game, 16, 17 points per game. And right now they're giving up 17 around there. I know that's what it was going into the
Giants
Eagles game.
Jets, though.
Well, of course. But I still think that with the run-first mentality of the offense and controlling the time of possession, 25 points per game is way too much to be giving up. So with that being said, I agree with you that the bend but don't break mentality is what this defense needs. Yeah, exactly what the defense needs to have. And they've done a pretty good job of that. They finally gave up a long pass for the first time in quite some time to the Eagles last week. That was costly. But I like the secondary with Jaquiski Tart. Hopefully the corners get healthy. And then just being able to keep everything in front of them and continue to have a good run defense is realistic. And I would like to see them hold their opponents to around 22 points per game.
So talking about the red zone defense, just I'll run through the touchdowns here. So they gave up 2 rushing touchdowns to Arizona and then the passing touchdown, but that was they had a short field from the block punt. Then the Jets, they gave up a garbage time touchdown. Braxton Berrios beat, I think it was Akella Witherspoon. And then Philadelphia, they had the Carson Wentz touchdown, the pick 6, and then Travis Fulgham beats Dante Johnson. So there's not a whole lot of offenses. Yeah, it's not the best 4 offenses they played, but the offenses didn't beat their number ones that many times. So with Dante Johnson probably not starting many more games this season, possibly getting Richard Sherman back, Emmanuel Mosley back soon, the defense will get a little better. And then 4.1 yards per attempt on rush attempts. That's pretty good. As Leo said, Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw have been great there. And then pass attempts 5.9 per attempt. That's pretty good for how beat up the secondary's been. Yeah, they'll have to weather the K'Wan Williams loss, but I think they can still be a top 10 defense as they are in at least yards per attempt.
I think so too.
I disagree with that. I think Leo went a little high, and I think you guys are a little low. Top 10 defense? I mean, maybe. I mean, if they're a top 10 defense, Robert Saleh should be in the running for coordinator of the year because, again, he's got maybe 2 Pro Bowl players on his defense right now. 2. Armstead and Warner. Caliber. I mean, I think they have the potential to be an excellent run defense. It looks stout. Kinlaw looks terrific in the middle. Armstead's a great run defender, but they're not going to have a great pass rush. It'll be good. Not going to have a great pass rush, and they're not going to have good corners. I mean, God. So I think, honestly, if they're top 16, you got to say that's a win. If they're bottom 16, they should be better than that. I think they should be able to pull off top half of the league, but anything above that is gravy, I think. And if you say they think they're top 10, that's, to me, faith in Saleh. Like, well, he's going to work it out. He'll figure it out. And maybe he will. But I got to feel like if I were Robert Saleh right now, I wouldn't feel confident. I'd be like, God, everyone hates me. Everyone forgets that I lost Buckner, Ford, Bosa. Everyone thinks that the defense is going to rank top 5. It's going to rank like 13th, and everyone's going to want to fire me. God, that must suck. So,
but
anyway,
focusing on the NFC, how many defenses could you actually name that are better than the 49ers?
The Bears and the Bucks. That's all I can really.
The Bears.
Well, in terms of personnel, I mean, I don't know. It's a good question. The Niners are just so depleted right now.